If I want to promote this conference to you, this is the sales language that I want to use for this. I want to use language that sounds a little bit like the life of an entrepreneur.
What's up, record breakers? Chris Record here. Another day, another vlog. In fact, we're on vlog number 121, and I'm excited because today we just crossed over 1 million views on this brand new channel. My other channel, my second channel, already hit over 1 million views. In fact, we got one video over there, well over 700,000 views just on its own. But today we crossed over 1 million views here on this channel, mostly due to a brand new video called The Hodl Gang, which is a rap I released last week that started going viral. We just crossed 60,000 views on that video in just 3 days. So first of all, congratulations and thank you, record breakers, for helping to achieve this milestone. So as you guys can see right now in the background, the moon is just rising in the sky. It is beautiful. It looks amazing out here with the Las Vegas city lights, and I'm excited. So with that being said, what I wanna do is I wanna flash back to around this time last year. I was speaking on stage at a conference here in Las Vegas, and I was teaching about how to sell based on somebody's personality type. You can sell online, you can sell through emails, through blog posts, or even face-to-face if you understand somebody's personality type. And what I do is I use the D.I.S.C personality profiles, D.I.S.C. And it's really simple to follow along with. If you guys wanna follow along right now, this is very educational. Just draw a big plus on a piece of paper, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to fill it all in. Identify what personality type you are, identify the personality type of the people around you, like your friends, your family, your spouse, whoever it might be. And then what I want you to do is I want you to take notes on this and start applying it in your life on a day-to-day basis. This is one of the greatest strategies I've ever learned, and I'm excited to introduce you to D.I.S.C personality profiles.
There's gonna be 4 categories. The top one right here, up on the top of it all, write the word outgoing. Watch, I'm building this right in front of you. You'll watch some quick ninja PowerPoint skills. Okay. So you got outgoing. And then on the bottom, write the word reserved. And then on the left, write the word, write 2 words, task-oriented, just like that. And then on the right, write the word people-oriented. So you got task-oriented, then you got people-oriented. And it looks a little something like that if you're done. Okay, so what you have is you have a plus, you have task-oriented, people-oriented, outgoing, and reserved. And based on this, kind of bring it all together so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, based on this, you're essentially able to really identify the 4 different personality types right there. If you were to ask yourself right now, what I want you to do is, in these 4 columns here, I want you to put a letter, and I want you to identify which one you are. So we're going to start off with the letter D in this top left one. Let me go ahead and make it bigger for you. But the letter D. Okay. So you got a letter like that. It's going to be D right here on the top left. Okay, let me cover this, and we'll go through all the letters real quick. In the top right over here, you're going to have the letter I. This training right here, I can't tell you how much money this has helped me make. You might all be wondering, what on earth am I doing? But it's so valuable. Okay? So you'll eventually, you'll love this training. You'll eventually fall in love with it. And then D.I.S, and then over here, put a C. Okay, just like that, D.I.S.C. So it kind of forms the word D.I.S.C. if you kind of go left to right. I'm really just drawing this on the spot here in PowerPoint. D.I.S.C. D-I-S-C. So, in a series of 2 questions on your own paper, if you had to choose today and today only, you can change your mind tomorrow, but if you had to choose right now in this exact moment, it doesn't matter if you're in between stuff. Right now, if you had to make a decision, for you personally, Circle the word outgoing or the word reserved. Which one are you predominantly more? Even if it's only 51%. Would you consider yourself more outgoing or would you consider yourself more reserved? Everybody circle it real quick. Take 1 second and think about it and circle it. Outgoing or reserved. You can change it. Don't worry about all the questions going in your head like, well, it depends on where I am and da-da-da. Just circle it. The next one is circle whether you, on average, if you had to choose between you being more task-oriented or people-oriented today and today only, circle which one you are, task-oriented or people-oriented. Okay, now what you've done is you have cornered one part of that chart. If you have done this accurately, if you chose that you are outgoing and people-oriented, then you would be an I. Go ahead and circle the letter that is in between the two sides that you chose. You chose two corners. Circle the letter that is in between. If you did this properly, you are going to be either a D, I, S, or C. And then what I want you to do is you can choose a secondary category. So you've done this once, you've chosen your personality type. Now do this again, but choose your second personality type. You can kind of circle maybe your second one or put like a number 2 next to it. You can circle the 2 you are, put 1 and 2, something like that. What everybody has is they have a dominant personality type and then a secondary personality type. Most people are very strong in one area and very weak in another. Some of you have managed to balance this all out somehow. Okay, let's just curious real quick with a show of hands, how many people in here chose the category, how many is their number one predominant choice? Raise your hands if you chose D. D is your thing. Hold them up real quick. Looking around. Let's look around. So those are, you're like drivers, okay? Put them down. You're prefer to be like kind of dominant. You're more in kind of control. You're very much more of like really wanting to lead a situation. You want to be the one in control, the driver. Okay, how many people in this room chose I as their category? You hear how they even make noise? That's how you know they're really I's, right? They are just like the D's, but if they can either stay home and work on a project or go hang out with their friends and go have dinner at the restaurant and go to a movie and party, they're going to choose that option every single time. They're just more outgoing. Okay, that's the I type. Now, this is going to come in handy, and for some of you, we could end the conference right after this talk, and this piece of information alone can, for many of you, can significantly increase your revenues in your business. Just this piece of information. But I'm going to show you how we're using this to make you more money. S. How many people in this room chose S as your personality type? Notice how quiet they are? Even though they're people-oriented, they're quiet because they're more reserved. Notice how we went from the outgoing, the D's. Here was something. The D's, prompt. Just like, like this. And then the I's were like, yeah, like this. And then the S's were like this. Right? But here's the thing about S's. You're still people-oriented. You're reserved. You keep yourself, you're people-oriented. These are the supportive people. These are the people in your community that will always be there. These are the volunteers. These are the people that were served. These are the people that want to participate. They want to belong. They're a team player. They want to contribute, but they don't want to be overpowering. They don't want to be dominant. They don't want to be, in anybody's face. They don't want to create conflict. They don't want anything to be. These are the people that are also easily overwhelmed. Easily overwhelmed because they're people-oriented. They're not task-oriented. They're reserved and they don't want to get into all the data and the details. So things can be very overwhelming for them. But they'll always be there. They're consistent, they're core, they will always be supportive. How many people in this room, raise your hands, did you choose C as your predominant type? Okay, look around. These are your reserved task-oriented people. So the only real difference between the outgoing task-oriented and the reserved task-oriented is that the outgoing people, they would rather take something and delegate it and lead people and run an operation and manage things. Whereas the C-type personality, you're a lot more, let me dive into the details. Let me take my time. Let me make an educated decision. Let me figure out if this is, you need to make logical sense of things. Once things make logical sense, you're willing to take action. Whereas a dominant driver, I get to say like, hey, when you earn $100,000 in commissions, we're giving you a $100,000 cash bonus. The driver's like, you know what, I could do that. Sign me up. Like, that's the level of thought. It's like, you know what, I could make that happen. Whereas a C-type personality is going to say, how can you afford to pay that $100,000? where exactly is that coming from? If you paid that to 10 people, wouldn't you be out of business? And you start logically, but then as soon as the numbers make sense and you're able to calculate it and it makes sense, your skepticism is overcome by logic. Okay, that's the C-type personality. So that's a general overview of 4 personality types. Now, when you're selling, and by the way, for those of you in the back that are at the time clock, go ahead and drop like 20 minutes off this. I don't need that much time right now. You could take 20 minutes off of it. So, okay, how do you use this for selling? Let's talk about this event as the example, and then after we talk about this event, let's talk about this sales funnel as the example. Then after we talk about the sales funnel, let's talk about your e-commerce business as the example. 3 examples, very clear. Pay attention. Okay, example number 1, this event. Can you go ahead and I'm going to have you all raise your hands again. For the D's, those that chose D, raise your hands. Okay? And I'm going to look at this section right here. So all your D's. If I want to promote, you can lower them. If I want to promote this conference to you, this is the sales language that I want to use for this. I want to use language that sounds a little bit like, here's why you need to be here. The leaders are going to be here. Leaders, that's a key word. That's a sales word. The leaders are going to be here. The biggest players in the industry are going to be here. Industry, big players, leaders. These are keywords that automatically tailor to this D-type personality. This is gold when you're selling something or whenever you're trying to influence people. Influence. Influencers are going to be here. I'm going to tell you a couple stories. There's a guy that I know that's going to be at this event who literally he just doubled his social media profile from like 600,000 to over 1 million people, 1 million followers, and that's somebody that you should be connected with. When you come to this event, make sure to reach me. I would love to make an introduction. See, these kind of words, okay, words that are saying things like, we have a matching millions program. We're paying $100,000 matching bonuses and $1 million matching bonuses at this event. You'll see exactly how, and I'd love to introduce you to 5 people that have already done it. Okay, words like this are what leaders need to see. Now, let's go opposite real quick. Let's go from the top to the bottom of this chart, and let's talk about how that won't work for the C-type personalities. Let me face this way. How many people on this side chose C-type personalities? Okay? About 20% of this room, and everybody back there too. C-type personality. When I use dominant language like that, it can sound a little bit hyped up, a little bit kind of too hypey. Okay, the C-type personality is gonna automatically it's gonna be counterintuitive to your personality. So watch how I'll change it. Only speaking to the C's right now. At this event, we're going to go through some extremely detailed information, so bring a notebook because it's probably going to be filled by the time you walk out of here. In fact, some of our members bring 2 notebooks because you might actually have to open up a second one. I don't know if you like data or not, but if you do like data, good, because we're going to be showing some very significant data. We're going to be diving into the metrics of a Facebook advertising account and showing what really it takes to succeed, not that hyped up stuff that everybody else out there talks about. It might get a little boring from time to time as I'm going through these spreadsheets and crunching these numbers, but as long as you like data, you're going to love this event. Would any C's agree that starts to become music to your ears? Right? But that's not music to my ears if I'm a D-type person. If I'm a D-type, it's like, can't I pay somebody to learn that? Do I really have to sit through a grueling spreadsheet session? So now let's go over to the right side, the I's, okay? So again, going over here, how many people chose I as their personality type, right? Okay, so for you I's, here's why you gotta come to this event this weekend. It's a freaking party. There's gonna be so many people here. You're gonna meet so many people. Your Rolodex is probably gonna double. I can't wait to introduce you. Oh, you've gotta be VIP so you can come to the parties each night that we're having. It is so much fun. Listen, sure, there's going to be some details, but what's cool is that you don't need to learn all the details. As long as you meet the right people, it's going to open tons of doors for you. Listen, do you like having fun? Because if so, this weekend's going to be a blast. Will that work with the C-type personalities? Not at all. Okay, and then the last one, the S's. How many people chose S as their personality type? Okay, so be quiet for them. I can't be too overpowering with my language right now because that alone, the tonality will be a little bit of a turnoff. Same with the C-types. When you're reserved, you've also got to tone down your language. Listen, I appreciate the fact you were at my last event. I just wanted to acknowledge that. Would love to have you back out to this event. You're always so supportive. You always help everybody. You have a smile on your face. Let me ask you a question. Would you be willing, when you come out maybe one of the days, would you be willing to volunteer and just help out and maybe usher some people to their tables? You know, I know it's not a paid gig, but it would be great for community support. And then on top of that, what we're going to do different at this event is we're really going to there's going to be a section where we're going to slow things down and really just go over step by step what it takes for a newbie to get started online. Really make sure that we don't leave anybody behind in our community. That's what this event's going to be all about. Do you guys agree that slowing down the language, bringing it in more like that is a little bit more appealing to the S-type personality? Now here's the thing. Persuasion and influence 101 is learning that you can't say the same message in the same way to all 4 personality types. You're not going to convert as well. Now, I just described this event. Technically speaking, were all versions that I described, were they all true? Right? Is the event fun and you're going to meet a bunch of people, be like a party? But is the event also going to be very detailed with a lot of detailed information on setting up e-commerce websites and Facebook ads? Yeah. Do we also want volunteers and supportive people here at the event? Yeah. And at the same time, are we also going to be showing how to be able to earn big incomes, 6-figure incomes, giving away cars, things that leaders would be appealing to? It's all true. But you have to learn to craft your message in a way that appeals to these 4 personality types.
All right, you guys, hopefully you enjoyed that session on DISC personality types. Now listen, if you enjoyed training like this, smash the subscribe button, become a record breaker. But wait, before you guys leave, I've got another section I'm gonna play for you on bridge marketing. What bridge marketing is where you figure out how to be able to develop a bridge between you and the potential prospect or client you are trying to sell. So for example, let's say that I have a Facebook ads course, but I want to target real estate agents. Well, they may not be looking for a Facebook ads course, but if I go ahead and create a bridge, like my Facebook ads course is for real estate agents, it will teach them how to get more buyer leads and more seller leads. Suddenly, it's exclusive to them, it's personalized to them, and now they're more interested and they want to buy it. So bridge marketing is one of the biggest techniques that I've used in the past few years to explode on the scene. So what I want to do right now is go ahead and roll a clip of bridge marketing.
This is what bridge marketing is. Bridge marketing is taking the same message, but creating 4 different pathways for it. What we've done with bridge pages, which is a part of Smart Member software, is you have the ability to change the message based on the personality type. Hypothetically speaking, what if you were able to send somebody to a quick little survey, a quick little quiz? Just a quick little survey, asks them a series of 4 or 5 questions. How much money are you looking to make with your e-commerce business? Have you ever done this before? Would you say that you're somebody who's very, very task-oriented, or would you say you're somebody who's a little bit more people-oriented and good with people? Right? See how I snuck that question in there? Right in the middle of some other questions? What if there was a quick little survey where they got something for free? All they had to do is answer a couple questions. They get something for free. And what if, based on the outcome of those questions, they saw a different page, 4 variations of the same page based on how they answered the questions? If somebody said that money was their big driver, you guys like that? Bridge marketing. So, for example, if somebody said, I'm outgoing, I'm task-oriented, and I want to make $100,000 a month. That is such an insane amount of money. It's technically possible, but it's insane. So what I would do is that we would bring them to a page that's a lot more money-driven, a lot more leader, D-style personality. Hey, we got this Matching Millions program. Hear from this person who just got $100,000. Hear from this person. Hear from this person. All the leaders in the industry are talking about this program. And when I start talking like that on that page, suddenly they're going to get excited. But that same thing would turn away a lot of the other personality types. So you have a same page, same sales page, same message, all selling the event in 4 different ways. Now, same thing with your e-commerce site, e-commerce example. Same thing, when you're selling a product, do you agree on a surface level, you might say, I'm selling, let's say, I'm just going to choose a generic product. Let's say I'm selling watches. Okay? I'm selling watches on my store. Now, if I'm selling a watch to a male or a female, do you agree that men and women are slightly different in the language that they react to? On a surface level, you might say we're all equal, but we're just not. We actually have different personality types. Even the most subtle things, colors. If all you did was add one little parameter on the end of your URL. You link to your page with your Facebook ad, you target women. And what if you just put one little thing that said gender equals women? On your page, you add a little thing to the end of your URL. It says gender equals women, and the page changed. Here's what I mean. Let's say that you're selling watches. Instead of the picture of the watch being on a men's hand, you put the picture of a watch being on a female's hand. Instead of it being a male watch, it's a female watch as the example, even though you sell both. Instead of the color of the background of the page being black or red, maybe it's a softer, a purple, or a softer color. Maybe the background, the imaging, maybe you even talk about how it's ideal for women. Talk about the benefits of women. You make a subtle changes to the page, and then you just put gender equals women or keyword equals women, and it automatically saves all those changes. It's the same exact page, slightly different language. Even the video, if you have a video, even the video swapped out. You take the elements of the page, you go, if I was a woman, I would want this color background, I would want this text, I would want that image, I would want that. You just save gender equals women, it creates the page automatically, dynamically in seconds for you. Just like that. No coding needed, no anything. You just literally make the changes. You say, instead of this video, play this video. What about age? If you target women 18 to 24, do you agree that demographic is interested in different things than women ages 45 to 65? What if the simplest little thing in the background was, instead of a background of maybe watches with a couple of young women ages 18 to 24 wearing the watches happy versus a couple of older women ages in their 50s wearing the watch and talking about it? The subtle little difference takes you 10 seconds with bridge pages, e-com pages. But that one little slight difference is the difference between converting more on your website. When you understand personality types, you make these subtle changes and you start converting more. Nobody in the industry is doing this. We built a tool to do this automatically for you with no code all included in. That's personality type selling, personality-based selling. Now, with Facebook ads, you don't even have to ask them any questions. You know why? Facebook already knows everything about you. Everything. They literally do. I can tell you right now, I can go right now into Facebook ads and I can pretty much identify which personality type you are based on the interests and likes that you have. Or even if I don't know your personality type, I can still do subtle things. For example, let's say that I have a necklace, and let's say that this necklace that I'm selling on my e-commerce site, I want to target women, but let's say that I'm targeting women who like jewelry with this basic necklace, but then subtly, watch the subtleness. The background, in the background of this beautiful page with this necklace, this woman wearing this necklace in the background, or let's not even use a necklace, let's say a bracelet. In the background, this woman using this bracelet, it happens to be a golf background. Now hear me out, a golf course. You guys want to know the subtle art of persuasion? If you target women and you do an intersecting, you go women who like these jewelry and this and that, who also like golf. None of the sales language on the page says golf. You just swap out the background for golf. If you're a woman who likes golf and you go to this page like, wow, that's really nice jewelry, you know what's happening subconsciously? You're drawn in because there's a picture of a golf course in the background, something you love. Or a picture of horses in the background, and you target women who are interested in this jewelry who also like X amount of keywords having to do with horseback riding and trail riding and horses and equestrian and all this. This is the craziest thing ever. When we started experimenting with this, these are things that can double or even triple conversion rates when you do them right. These are called subtle advertising messages. You do little subtleties in the background, people don't even know. It takes you, with this tool, takes you a minute to do. And now, 1 minute to be able to increase conversions. Even if it didn't increase conversions, if it only took you a minute, it's worth it. It's just an extra minute. And it's not going to decrease conversions. You're not going to take somebody who loves something and I don't want that because I love this. It doesn't make sense. Logically, it can only help and can't hurt. That's what we do. So this personality type is what we're going to be doing, asking questions on the front end and teaching you how to target people with Facebook ads.
All right, record breakers, that wraps up today's vlog. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully it was very educational. If you did, hit that subscribe button and join the record breakers, join the movement, and make sure you turn on post notifications by clicking the little bell after you subscribe, you guys. We do this every single day, and I wanna make sure that you join the team. You are the reason I'm making these videos. So as there's more subscribers and more views, that motivates me to give you more content. And I'm gonna leave you with a very cool, very fun music video that I did called Life of an Entrepreneur. This video has over 700,000 views on my second channel, and many of you haven't even seen it yet. Let's go ahead and wrap up today's video with Life of an Entrepreneur.
Fresh new whip in the colors orange. Stocked up fridge like I seen from cribs. Sunset views and the weeks don't end. Traveling the world with a few best friends. Facebook ads and the money's passive. Instagram ads to bring more traffic. Snapchat vids with the orange hat kids. In the audience we just want success. And we don't care about the obstacles and the haters that keep saying it's impossible. All I know is that we gotta go level up our lifestyle if we love the game. And we don't care about the obstacles and the haters that keep saying it's impossible. All I know is that we gotta go level up our lifestyle if we love the game. Living the life, the life of an entrepreneur. Living the life, the life of an entrepreneur.
What's up, man? You look stressed.
Kind of hard to pay bills when your bank account's negative by $200.
Have you tried getting a loan?
Yeah, right. When's the last time you heard somebody getting a loan when you have a 485 credit score?
I think I know someone who can get us out of this mess. I think you should give him a call.
Success leaves clues. Knowledge is the key, so equipped with the right tool. Mindset mastery, millionaire mentality. Focus on your inner game, perception is reality. Always make sure that you're following your passion. Rise it, grind it, take massive action. Stay true to the game daily with persistence. Following your game plan, gotta stay consistent. When you feel a little bit of fear coming from the voice up inside your ears, telling you the struggles of your past years, stay focused on your purpose and why you're here. When you feel a little bit of fear coming from the voice up inside your ears, telling you the struggles of your past years, stay focused on your purpose and why you're here.